Hanneman and Robbie Fowler that were in demand as the coach pulled into Ashton Gate. On the field, though, first blood went to City and their new signing Mickey Bell, whose transfer fee from Wycombe was settled at $150,000 by tribunal yesterday. The left-sided player hitting the woodwork after just 8 minutes. Keith Welsh in the Bristol goal had to be on top form as he kept out the Premiership outfit time and time again. First Leonardson goes close, and then a brilliant stop low down when Fowler had worked himself free from inside the area. 0-0 at half-time, and Sean Gota missed a glorious opportunity to go one up in the second when he side-netted with new strike partner Colin Cram looking the better bet. But the City faithful were rewarded when just 4 minutes later Mickey Bell began to repay John Ward's faith in him with a scorching opener after a lovely 1-2 with Gota. Despite taking the lead, Ward hauled off the goal-getters in the first of 6 substitutions by each manager as both sides took the opportunity of a thorough workout. Thankfully for City, Welsh stayed on to pull off even more saves in the second half as Patrick Berger began to find his range. 13 minutes from time, Michael Owen found a way past Welsh with a neat equaliser. And by the end, City settled for the draw as Patrick Berger almost broke the upright with a cannonball shot but managed to stay out to give John Ward's men a result to be proud of.
Liverpool do it properly, and they are everybody's sort of, they're the ones you live up to and you've got to watch. And Manchester United people like top players, international players, look at their subs bench tonight and it makes you shiver a little bit. So they've really performed extremely well.
Barclays' return to Grimsby got off to a bad start. Steve Torpey putting highly fancied Bristol City ahead at Blundell Park. But it did get better for Buckley. Grimsby equalised quarter of an hour from the end through Tommy Widdrington. After their League Cup triumph over Manchester City, Blackpool came back to earth with a bump at Ashton Gate. Colin Cram, signed from Doncaster, put Bristol City ahead 3 minutes into the second half, with his first goal for his new club. City should have extended their lead. But after they were awarded a penalty, Sean Gota found the Blackpool keeper Steve Banks to be in top form. Gota made amends though 3 minutes from the end, grabbing his first of the season to give City their first win. And on a day for statisticians, a first defeat for new Blackpool manager Nigel Worthington. Bristol City 2, Blackpool.
It's a hot night in Bristol in more ways than one as City and Rovers enter the arena. But after recent problems surrounding this fixture, both managers have called for cool heads on and off the field for tonight's derby clash. Perhaps not the lineup John Ward wanted, with new signings Sean Dyche and Steve Torpey missing through injury. Especially disappointing for the former Swansea man who marked his City debut with a goal on Saturday. Barnard, Agostino and Nugent have all moved on, but there's still sufficient class in this side to suggest City might have a successful season ahead. Tonight there's a debut for Adam Locke, a free transfer signing from Colchester. He'll play at right wing-back. A starting chance too for fellow new boy Colin Cram, an early substitute after Torpey was injured at Grimsby. He'll be looking for his first goal in City colours tonight. Changes afoot at Rovers too, but Ian Holloway's selection has also been dictated by injury, with Graham Power ruled out for at least a fortnight after dislocating his shoulder in Saturday's curtain raiser. But new boy Jason Perry does play despite sustaining a nasty gash on the head in the 1-1 draw with Plymouth. And Rovers fans will be pleased to see the name of Peter Beadle on the team sheet. He's scored 3 times in the last 2 meetings here. But there's a new goal-scoring hero for the followers of the gas to cheer in Barry Hales. Nothing short of a non-league sensation at Stevenage. He's already into his stride with his latest club. It's the home side then who get the game underway, and it really will be interesting to see how the teams approach the task ahead. Traditionally all blood and thunder these games. The temperature might dictate that City and Rovers do slow it down, at least at times this evening. And our referee, the man in the middle, is George Kane from Bootle. Curitan to Holloway. Down the line by Foster. Interesting taste of his first Bristol derby. The challenge was from another of the new boys, Cram, on Foster. And Colin Cram is going to get a talking to from the referee as a result of that. Andy Tilson's adding a word or two, but Mr. Kane's obviously the man in charge. And perhaps reiterating the earlier message of cool it. Brian Gale to launch the free kick forward, aiming for Allsop. Taylor takes it on the chest though. Might break for Hales, and away by Locke. Hasn't got too much distance on it, but bought his side some time. Forward again from Foster. And Rovers have the throw, and there's one or two niggly little challenges off the ball. Allsop there was involved in a wrestling match, which is continuing with Patterson. Well, you don't expect anything less, really, in a Bristol derby. First round, first leg of the Coca-Cola Cup or not. There'll be no quarter asked or given tonight. It'll be a throw-in, not a free kick. Locke will take it. Aiming for Gota. Shaven head of Sean Gota this season. Gota, back to Locke. Rather took his eye off it, allowed Curitan to come in, but Patterson's won it back for Bristol City. Gota makes his move to the far post. This is Cram near side. It's a late challenge, and perhaps a bit of afters there, because it was Foster on Cram beforehand. This time it's Foster's challenge, and it's really retaliation for what went earlier. This time he's going to get a yellow card for it. Perhaps explaining to the referee that it was no worse than Cram had dealt out on him earlier, and Cram got away with a flea in the ear. Collett looking concerned, and he didn't make a good fist of it. It's loose inside the area. Well, Rovers, fortunately for them, had enough men back to spare the goalkeeper's blushes. For the moment, it's the home side in the ascendancy. Forward by Gary Hours. Cram can't make it. Foster hacks it clear. Taylor now for Bell on the far side. In the evening sunshine, shadows lengthening. It really is a lovely evening, perhaps for cricket rather than football, but here comes City again. This is Cram, tried first time. Not a bad effort either. No lack of confidence from the newcomer. Certainly got plenty of sting into the shot. This was the earlier incident when Collett completely fluffed the corner. Hours couldn't quite force it in, and between them the Rovers defenders got it out of harm's way. Taylor. Referees allowed play to go on after another late snappy challenge. Hewlett trying to work something through the middle. Hours has gone down under the challenge from Holloway. And referee Kane could be in for a busy night. It was a little 1-2. It was just too quick for Ian Holloway. It'll be a Bristol City free kick. No further action has been taken against the Rovers player-manager. Holloway there now in the middle of the Bristol Rovers wall. It's Tinian, and it's harmless enough. easy catch for Collett. He'll be grateful for that after fluffing his first chance to get into the action. Neither the power nor the direction to beat a keeper of his class from that range. Hours has made a surging run forward. Once again, Tilson's the backman for Rovers. And most of the opening 10 minutes have been compressed into Bristol Rovers' half of the field. They may get a chance to break out now. Only Curitan is forward. Now here's Hales. Curitan and Alsop are on this side if Hales can get the ball across. He may be going all the way alone. It's his cross. Curitan hooks it back. The ball's still in play, but he rather presented it to Patterson, and Bristol City survive. First real chance for Rovers. Now they're back on the defence. Well, it's our first real look of Hales in the white-hot atmosphere of a derby. Good few touches, hooked back by Curitan, but only red shirts there. Tinian now moves outside him. Hewlett further in. If he can turn, there are three waiting in the box. One's Gota. Well, you can't give him an inch inside the penalty area, Sean Gota. 25 goals last season. He was looking for more again there. Whipped in first time. Gota on the left foot, kept it down, couldn't quite direct it goalwards. Nicely done. Matty Hewlett. Can't get the cross in. Edwards forward, searching out Gota. He may get there the second time. This is Gota. Collett's dropped it, and somehow Cram's failed to force it home. Well, he must have thought that was going to be the goal he wanted, Colin Cram. Gota didn't get all of it, and Collett's not having a great start to his night. Hours emerges in possession, feeds Bell. Now the City skipper has it back. Good run this side by Hewlett, spotted by Gary Hours. This is Hewlett, couldn't quite take it in his stride. Just in the nick of time, Collett gets there. It's promising stuff for a moment from Bristol City. Wouldn't quite drop for Hewlett, almost accidentally. Came for Gota. Well done, Collett. Has presented it to Gota, who's promptly gift-wrapped it back to Steve Foster. Not the greatest period of play you'll ever see. Hours trying to bring some authority to proceedings. Bell with a good run, and here's Tinian. First time shot, no power. We've seen rather a lot of Andy Collett, perhaps too much for Bristol Rovers fans' liking. Tinian was beautifully picked out by Bell, but he didn't quite get all of the shot, and an easy save. Hales away from Taylor, but he'll be pulled back, and he could be in trouble here. There's a little bit of afters there between Hales and Edwards. Rob Edwards will do well to tread carefully. He was sent off in this game last season. Hales can't believe the offside flag, and there's a little bit of handbags at 10 paces. Penrice picking up the pieces. And it's forward by Tilson. Curitan away from Locke. Couldn't get past Matt Hewlett. Hours spreads it left side where Mickey Bell is striding forward. So too Tinian ahead of him. Tries to pull it back for Gota. Past Gale, still Gota. May break for Gary Hours. Well, it missed by inches. And I don't know whether Andy Collett had it covered. It was travelling so quickly. Sweetly struck. Gota looked like he might have the chance. Flicked off Tilson's kneecap, and a great strike just wide. Well, that was Gota at his best, and Hours breaking from midfield, just too wide. Well, perhaps the best chance of the game so far. Still deadlocked at 0-0 with 10 minutes or so to go to half-time. Bristol Rovers, of course, will be happier with that scenario than City. They have the home leg to come, of course, in a fortnight's time. Gota to Locke, back for Gota. It looked like it might open up again. Once more Tilson slammed the door shut. He's possibly been the man of the match so far, the Rovers skipper. Excellent tackle to thwart Gota. Hewlett was bundled over, looking for the foul. Once again, nothing was given. Gota to Tinian. He's in there towards Cram. Collett decided to punch. Hours accused of handball. Guilty, says the referee. He's awarded the free kick. Hours complains to the referee's assistant. That's it for the first half. No goals at Ashton Gate. Not too much in the way of goalmouth incident either. The referee had to sort out one or two little skirmishes early on. Colin Cram had half a chance for Bristol City. The closest Rovers came was after a moment of magic from Barry Hales. But so far not too much to excite the crowd. Half-time score at Ashton Gate. It's Bristol City 0, Bristol Rovers 0, and we'll have the second half action right after this break. Hales to Beadle, quickly closed down by Taylor. Great effort second time, and shoveled round the post by Keith Welsh, who was perhaps taken by surprise as everyone else was. Well, Beadle loves the ball on his left foot. He tried it first time, didn't quite work. Second time on the right, not a bad effort. Penrice to Perry. Just nicked forward for Allsop, who's battling away, but not getting too many of the breaks so far. And Locke gets Gota in motion for Bristol City, trying his luck against Foster, beats him for pace, and Cram got it all wrong, unfortunately. It was looking so good to that point. He's found himself in the right position a few times. Excellent work by Gota. Pram swung a boot, but swung it well wide and over. Locke needs some support. Hewlett's cross. Tilson slices it away behind his own goal. A wry smile from the skipper. I think the expression might have been a bit different if it had dropped in the top corner. Whipped in first time and just skewed off the outside of a boot. You can bet that Taylor will be looking to get on the end of this. Here he is. Oh, it's nicked off his head by Allsop. Vital clearance. Back in again to the danger zone. First time shot, just wide from Tinian. Well, he's got the ability to just pick his spot and plant the ball in there, and Brian Tinian wasn't too far away. Not too sure whether Andy Collett knew it was going wide or whether he'd just given up the ghost. It just missed. Tinian was the meat in the Rovers sandwich, and the visitors emerge with the ball, and this is Hales against Taylor. Still Hales, past one, still Hales. Oh, how did he fail to turn it in? I think it was Curitan. He finished in the net, but the ball didn't. Quite extraordinary. Mesmeric skills from Hales across the face of goal. And how did he miss it? Agonisingly close, but it's still goalless. Hales spins away from Edwards, and Taylor was just manhandled by Bennett. So Bristol City with the free kick. Quickly taken to Hours. Again, locks in acres of space far side. Likewise, Mickey Bell on this side of the field if City can switch the play. Tinian will be looking to do just that. This is Bell. Trying to get away from Bennett. Hewlett's helping him out. Hewlett's with the cross. May fall for Gary Hours. Wouldn't drop first time. The second one was deflected away for a corner. Well, he's not afraid to have a pop from distance, Gary Hours. He was close in the first half. He fancied it again for a moment there. Didn't quite come first time. And by then, Rovers were able to get the block on. Allsop heads clear. Nobody upfield for Rovers. Patterson to pump it forward once more. Allsop did well to duck in there when the boots were flying. Likewise, Hales to get away from his man. Patterson. And Hours are scrapping away, and once again the temperature is rising on the field. Oh, and for a moment City stood still, and Welsh has missed it, and Edwards saves the day. Well, adventurous play from the Rovers keeper. He very nearly paid a high price. Everyone stood still, so he had to come. It was Allsop who slid in, couldn't quite get the power to beat Rob Edwards. Bristol Rovers only won twice away from home all season in the last campaign, so they'll be looking to step up their performances away from the Memorial Ground, starting here against the old enemy as far as they're concerned. I'm sure they'll be quite happy with things at the moment. The goal, of course, would be even better as far as they're concerned. Curitan could provide it. Good interception by Patterson. That'll be a Rovers corner, but City will settle for that. At one stage looked like it could be more serious damage. Curitan first time whipped in, and excellent defensive work. Well, Rovers have got 3 of the back 4 up for this. Perry, Gale and Tilson converging on the edge of the penalty area. Holloway will take the kick. Perry gets the header, rather slid off his forehead. All kinds of jockeying for position in the area. In the end, it's the bandaged head of Perry which gets there, but no direction in the header. Forward by Penrice. Bennett ever willing. Up and under from Tilson. Hales is after it. Welsh had to be quick. Well, there are times when Hales looks like Linford Christie out of the blocks. He won't give anything up, and that was brave goalkeeping. Bell testing out the pace of Perry. Getting to the stage of the game now where fitness will really tell, early on in the season. Chance for Locke, perhaps. Oh dear. Well, he puts his head in his hands and departs the scene of the crime, really, because that was an excellent opening and it just required something better than that. Really disappointing finish. Penrice suddenly finds some green space. Sprays it out far side for Curitan. Turns inside, Locke tries his luck. Well, how close can you get? He's scored some spectacular goals in his time, but I'm sure Jamie Curitan would have valued that as the best of the lot. Denied by the woodwork. But what superb skill. And Rovers aren't finished yet, although the flag has stopped Hales in his tracks. Well, I'm sure that supporters behind the goal can't believe their team isn't ahead. They were almost willing that ball in as Curitan curled it over the keeper. Beautifully struck. Welsh had no chance. Woodwork to the rescue. Meantime, Junior Bent has come on to replace Colin Cram for Bristol City. Cram, of course, didn't do a full pre-season, so he's probably not 100% fit yet. And all of a sudden, it's Rovers who are looking the likelier winners. Holloway. Locke with an important header. Bennett's after it, so too's Hales. Deflection. Curitan couldn't make anything of it. Well, it's a corner kick, and Bristol City are living dangerously. Bennett, first of all, then Hales. Looking for the curler. The deflection took it away from Curitan. It also took it away for a corner, which the player boss will take. Signals his intent. Gale, just too high for him. The save by Welsh was from Hales. And it really is Rovers calling the shots just at the moment. To Locke. Play just getting spread a bit now. Lock away from one. Feeds bent. Offside once more. Well, Bristol City didn't clear their lines, and Keith Welsh in the right place at the right time. Patterson finds Bell. Bent screaming for it. It's little and large as he takes on Gale. Flicked into the middle. Gota's there. Oh, straight at the keeper. And anywhere else would have done, and Sean Gota knows it. Collett's a relieved man. Gota showing anguish on his face as he literally put it straight into the keeper's arms. Allsop, ever-willing workhorse, really, for Rovers. And between him and Hales, they've won a free kick, which could yet spell trouble for Bristol City. Allsop with the initial burst, then it was Hales, and the headlock from Patterson spotted by the officials. Now, Penrice is in charge of this free kick. Allsop's there, just over the top. He must have taken a flick off a red shirt as well, because the ref's pointing for a corner, and that was mighty close. Allsop with Edwards, just over the top. Bit of holding by Jason Perry. Bristol City in a hurry to get on with things. Taylor's forward. This is Tisdale. Probing for an opening. Tinian might try his luck. Once again, it's plucked out the air by Collett. Most of the shots from distance have been straight at the goalkeeper. Tinian again caught it nicely, but an easy block. This is Locke. Now ours. And it's an easy header clear for Tilson. Meat and drink to a giant centre-back like him. Bent has to settle for the throw. This is the captain ours, dinks it into the middle. Tilson watched it carefully. Bent volleys it back in though. May yet fall for Bell. Well, it was always difficult. Wouldn't drop for him perfectly. Just had to swing a boot and hope for the best. Scored a couple of goals last season for Wycombe, Mickey Bell. But unfortunately for him, still to open his account for City. Both sides have cancelled each other out here at Ashton Gate. The latest Bristol derby ends goalless. It might have been different. One brilliant effort by Jamie Curitan, the Bristol Rovers striker turned midfielder. A real sparkling moment in this game when he rattled the crossbar, but perhaps it was fair in a way that the game ended with honours even. Of course, it adds extra spice to the return leg if it were needed at the Memorial Ground. That's in a fortnight's time. For now, the score here at Ashton Gate has finished Bristol City 0, Bristol Rovers 0. This is a real test of character for his players, coming so soon after their first reverse of the new campaign at Northampton. City might be starting as slight second favourites, but a 2-1 league win here last March should provide all the inspiration they need to tip the balance in their direction. One change for the visitors sees Adam Locke returning after a hamstring injury. So it's Bristol City who get the game underway. They're in familiar red, of course. Rovers now in their traditional quarters. They've abandoned those stripes of last season. Jamie Curitan in possession to Penrice, a scorer on Saturday. And the first throw-in of the game goes to Bristol City. And tonight's referee is Paul Ryger, who comes from Tipton in the West Midlands. First shot comes in from distance. Not a bad try. What a start that would have been. I think it was Pritchard who hit it. Curitan applauds. It was his little lay back. And here's Pritchard. Well, it was well struck, just too high. The Rovers allowed that to go through. This is Locke. Looking for a quick interchange with Gota. Pritchard and then Holloway came across. And it's the player manager who brings it clear. Lovely ball. Reverse pass releasing Curitan. Now two streaming into the box, but it's a bad pass in. Taylor was in the way. Good opportunity wasted there for the home team, but they're still in possession. This is Perry trying to pick out Allsop. Disappointing header from him. But it's certainly Rovers who look the brighter of the two sides in these early stages. Perry pumps it forward. It's good control by Hales. Just brought himself a yard from Edwards, and his pace takes him clear. Well, the Welshman recovered well. Oh, I think Hales has started swapping shirts a little early there. Perry. Onto the left foot, dinked in, too close to the keeper. Hewlett, first time forward for Gota. Tilson's with him, Gota going all the way. Side netting. Well, Sean Gota scored here for Bristol City last season. He was looking to repeat it. It really was a lightning break. Rather similar to the goal Rovers conceded against Carlisle. This is Holloway, who gets the ball forward to Pritchard, but once again it's all on his right foot. He's cutting in field. Holloway away from a juicy challenge from Gary Hours. Well, there's no holding back, and that was a bit late, maybe lucky to get away with it. Looking for the flick on, rather confused Gale and hit him on the arm. There's a little bit of argy-bargy on the far side. Allsop and Taylor are together. Gota's also in there. Tinian tries himself. Well, he might have caught everybody by surprise, but not quite the David Beckham wonder goal he was looking for. Certainly the players were looking for a cross. Tinian chanced his arm, but well over the bar. Now Bristol Rovers hoping to mount a counter in the shape of Curitan. Little dancing feet, takes him between two and gets the return. Curitan it once more, in for Hales, off the post. Incredible escape for Bristol City. They're not out of the woods yet. This is Holloway. Headed away by Taylor. All hands on deck for the visitors. Bristol Rovers straining at the leash. Penrice to Curitan. Forward by Holloway. Hales is in again. Oh, what a miss. Well, he could have scored twice in the space of a minute. What a threat this new Barry Hales is. Excellent link-up. Curitan's ball in. City defenders appealing for offside. Hales didn't care. Slipped it past the keeper, but against the woodwork. Well, that's livened up the home fans. They really do have a new hero in Barry Hales, but he'll be wondering how he didn't score. Just seconds later, another chance for the former non-league man, put in by Holloway. Good control, and then a poor shot. Well, if Bristol City needed to be warned about Barry Hales, it was there for them then. And just to prove that this Bristol derby is as competitive as ever, there are one or two words being exchanged. The referee is quickly in to cool things down. I think Gale and Hours were the two involved initially, and they're the ones that Mr. Ryger would like to speak to. It's Gale sliding in. There didn't seem to be too much in it, but certainly Gale retaliated. Bennett seizes upon a mistake by Bell. Play on, says the referee. Still Bennett, faced by Edwards, heading for the byline. His cross is deflected, and that'll be a corner to Bristol Rovers. The referee may just have a word with Mickey Bell for a tackle earlier on. Did well to play the advantage, to be fair to him, and that's what created the chance for Rovers. Now Allsop making a nuisance of himself on the goal line. There are 5 blue shirts coming in behind him. Penrice's kick. Welsh has lost it. Volleyed in by Tilson. There's a mass scramble in there, and finally Edwards keeps his cool. Back in by Pritchard. No purpose to that particular pass. Well, there were a lot of bodies in between Keith Welsh and the ball, but he made rather a hash of it, and he needed the help of his colleagues. Edwards finally hacking it away. Tinian for Bell, inviting the wing back to move forward. He takes up that challenge. Perry in the way at the expense of a corner. Fullback against fullback. Instead hits it deep to the far post. Edwards trying to get there, so too Hours. It's Holloway who just toe pokes it away. Into the corner, too far ahead of Cram. Brian Gale and Andy Tilson forming an important barrier for Bristol Rovers at the heart of the defence. Edwards. Hours was forced to go backwards. This is Gota, nice turn. Now he feeds Bell. Good chance for an early cross. And Holloway it was, heading it up and over his own crossbar. Too sure he knew quite where that was going, Ian Holloway, but he wasn't prepared to let the ball drop. Tinian with the corner. Diving header. Belted clear by Penrice. Penrice again jumped well. Cram with a cushioned header for Gota. Deflection rather took the sting out of it. No problems at all in the end for Collett, and he quickly gets Rovers moving again. Cram with his head down, chasing this. Gale's making life difficult for him. And in the end, it was Cram who was found guilty of a little shove. And in kicking the ball away, he could have got himself into the book. Well, sheer frustration on the part of Colin Cram. And as needless a caution as you'll see. Caught in possession by Ours. Locke seeing a lot of the ball at right back. So far hasn't perhaps made the most of it. Now he's having to defend and does that well. Hoping for the slide rule pass for Gota. Collett came, had to go with his feet second time because he was outside the penalty area. It's good work by the Rovers keeper. It's the first real business he's been involved in this evening. Now his team are breaking out again at the other end. Once more, Edwards is the last man. Gota was in behind Tilson. The keeper made it first but couldn't gather. And second time, it had to be the sliding tackle. Gale finally put some impetus into the attack. Who breaks it up. Hewlett to Gota. Good touch by him, releases Ours. Oh, and the City skipper could have carried that further. He was perhaps going for the spectacular. Well, apologies all round from the skipper. Did well initially, but then rather wasted it. Well, it was glory going through his mind, but a disappointing effort. Rice who picks out Bennett. Pritchard steaming up outside him. Bennett goes alone. Still Bennett. Good effort and good save by Welsh. It was low down where goalkeepers don't usually like it. Hales was sniffing for any kind of rebound. Welsh made sure there were no second helpings. Only one thing going through Bennett's mind, and that was good work by the keeper to stop him. Holloway to Hales. Now it's Curitan. Perry's outside him. Perhaps would have been the better ball. He could try again. Curitan infield. Curl to the far post. Great defensive header. That was important work by Patterson. It was Curitan who skipped away. Allsop was behind him. It needed the contact from the forehead of Patterson. There's more defending to be done. Penrice with the corner. Again, Welsh is under intense pressure. It'll be a free kick. One or two arms went aloft in triumph as the ball went into the back of the net, but clearly a foul on the goalkeeper. The ball under the crossbar. Welsh had it in his hands at one stage, barged away, and that's a free kick. And there goes the half-time whistle. Unfortunately, it's still goalless here at the Memorial Ground. Certainly Rovers have been in the ascendancy though. Harry Hales hit the post, volleyed one over the top of the crossbar. Frankie Bennett also had a good chance for Rovers, saved by Keith Welsh, and no surprise that those fans are making the most noise as the teams disappear at half-time. The score, Bristol Rovers 0, Bristol City 0. We're back with more action after this break. As Bristol Rovers get the second half underway, home team yet to win a cup tie under player-manager Ian Holloway. After for early exits in last year's auto windscreens, Coca-Cola and FA Cups. They'll be hoping to do better here, especially at the expense of their local rivals. Perhaps more to ponder for those two former Rovers men, Terry Connor on the left, John Ward, of course, on the right. They'll want a bit more effort from their team in this second half. Powers is hoping to supply just that. Captain finding Cram deep in Rovers territory. Disappointing cross, though. He's already behind before Collett clutched it. That'll be a goal kick to Bristol Rovers. Not too many options for Cram as he was penned in that corner. Couldn't quite wrap his foot round the ball. Pritchard gets it back from Bennett. This is Allsop. Cleverly done by Penrice. Hales hoping to shake off Long. They answers the referee. Advantage with Rovers. And the first goal is here with Bristol Rovers. The referee has pointed to the centre spot. And Julian Allsop has the goal and celebrates with the supporters. You can see just what it means to the players out there. Bristol Rovers are ahead. It's not the prettiest goal you'll ever see, but they've all enjoyed it, and it's such a vital one for the team and the supporters. It was Hales who did so well initially. Credit the referee as well, who allowed him to continue, whipped the ball in, and it was Allsop with the faintest of touches. Bell couldn't keep it out. The scorer becomes Hales the provider, and Allsop with his second goal in his second Bristol derby. What a good buy he's proving as well. The two former non-league boys then have done it for Bristol Rovers. They lead Bristol City by a goal to nil, and one thing that means is that we can't now go to penalties. Rovers, of course, are hoping to settle it long before anything like that. One goal, remember, would now be sufficient for City, though, because 1-1 at the end of this game would take it to extra time, and then the visitors would go through on the away goals rule. So Bristol Rovers certainly can't relax, and they'll be looking for a second goal to kill it at the other end. Gota it is now for City. Moving to release Hewlett. Tight to the byline, he's done well to keep that in play. Gale had to head clear and had to head behind for the corner. Almost for the first time then, a sustained period of pressure from the visitors. Tinian lining up the corner. Taylor and Patterson are forward from the back. Patterson's there. And his header is finally smuggled away. Holloway could perhaps lead the break now for Rovers. Bennett wanted it early. Holloway's held on though. Now he releases Allsop. Puritan's on the far side if he can pick him out. Edwards concedes the free kick. And perhaps it was more important that he made sure the ball didn't go across. Allsop with his back to the action. Puritan was free. Edwards bundled him over. Sizing up his options. There are two bricks in the Bristol City wall. Penrice with the chip. Well held by Welsh. Quickly bowled out. Holloway's in tigerishly for Rovers. Now it's Hales. Holloway just hasn't got the legs these days, unfortunately. And Locke is there for Bristol City. Hewlett hoping to switch play. With the help of Edwards, he may do just that. This is Tinian. Now they've got it out left side for Mickey Bell. Bennett still operating on this left side. Pritchard gets it back from Hales, opening up for the shot for Pritchard. Good strike, and a good save by Welsh. Well, he would have enjoyed that one, David Pritchard. Doesn't score many goals, not too far away then. On his good side, and Welsh had to have everything behind it, beat it down and then collected. Gota for Bristol City, looking to get in Bell. Excellent work by Perry. And it's beginning to hot up. Now Taylor for Bristol City has scored, and Bristol City equalise from the corner kick, whipped in by Brian Tinian. And the City fans celebrate, and Sean Taylor, who so often gets up to score vital goals from the back, has done just that. It's a goal out of absolutely nothing for Bristol City, and it's really taken the wind out of the sails of the home team. As simple a goal as you'll see, chipped in, powerful header, no chance for the keeper, and that's 1-1. To Alsop, brilliant save by Welsh. Alsop can hardly believe he hasn't got his second of the night. Hales looks on in astonishment too, and that was superb goalkeeping. It was Bennett, the supplier on this occasion. The header looked to be bound for the net. Superb athleticism from Keith Welsh. Tinian for Bell. Puritan closing him down. Still Bell. Has to settle for another throw. Hewlett. Tilson, can't believe he meant to deliberately leave that. Got away with it. Bennett and Beadle may yet be in for Rovers. Holloway! Welsh in exactly the right position once more. Nobody'd enjoy a derby goal more than Ian Holloway. Set up by Beadle. Just needed to be a yard either side of the keeper to really test him. Edwards stopped by Beadle. Hewlett breaking from midfield. Now it's Gota, reverse pass for Hewlett. Great challenge. I think it was Jason Perry who just got in a vital foot as Hewlett was preparing to, well, seemingly roll the ball in. Excellent work by the fullback, spotted the danger and slid in. It really is ebbing and flowing now, this cup tie. Not too many bodies in midfield. Get the feeling that one spark of genius, or maybe one mistake, could now finish this game. Sean Taylor just coming into picture near the penalty spot, having a bit of a wrestling match with Peter Beadle. Taylor went to ground, so too did Beadle. Nothing was given. There's still a bit of shoving going on off the ball, while Gota heads it just wide. Well, one or two players seemed more concerned with knocking each other than going for the ball. Taylor was heavily involved once more. He and Beadle, who clashed initially. And there's still some shenanigans going on off the ball. Away by Taylor. Nicely done by Bent this time. City hoping to spring quickly. This is Bell. Ours is steaming through the middle. Still with Mickey Bell at the moment. Now Tinian went for placement rather than power. Follett, who rather poured it aside. Finally the clearance completed by Lockwood. Edwards. Suddenly it's Bristol City enjoying the lion's share of possession. There's a good link up down the left flank. Bell into Tinian, first time looking to curl it. Collett clawed it away. This is Brian Gale. Pritchard, once again it's opened up for him. It's the third effort on goal he's had. It was charged down by a defender before it could trouble Keith Welsh. So once or twice Bristol City have just invited David Pritchard to step forward. Very nearly been punished for it. Tinian for Bristol City to Gary Hours. There's not a moment to catch your breath. Rovers appearing to get a little bit more direct now. Looking for the first time ball forward. This time it's Bennett. To Hales, offside flag is up. Taylor thumps it upfield. This time it's Gale who's been penalised for challenge on Gota. Kick too quickly taken. The referee will call Bristol City back again. Taylor again trying to get in at the far post. Always poses such a threat at dead set pieces. Very difficult man to stop when he's thundering in on the ball. Tinian's cross. Taylor again got his head to it. This time he couldn't direct it towards the goal. Beadle in committed form for Rovers. Breaks for Bennett. Lockwood to Hales. Great chance. Corner kick. It could have been so much more. Harry Hales applauds the service. It was Lockwood with a little toe poke, and the deflection just took it away from Welsh. First signs of tiredness there from the player manager. This is Patterson for Bristol City. Most of the options left side. Perry stopped it getting through to Tinian. Pace has certainly dropped in extra time. Pritchard's hoping to increase it now, lining up another effort. And once more, he's just got the radar wrong, David Pritchard. There's certainly nothing wrong with the power in some of this long-range shooting. He does swing the boot right through the ball, just climbing too high. Now it's Lockwood for Bristol Rovers, and Hales is through. Great chance for Barry Hales. Super save by Welsh, and the second time he dives on it. And Hales, for all his goals in the league, can't quite find the magic in the cup. Well, he was clear on goal, just the keeper to beat, but Welsh spread himself well, foot to it first time, dropped on it the second. Beadle back to goal, swings the left boot. Welsh is there again. He's arguably been the man of the match for Bristol City, Keith Welsh. Beaten just the once. He's been in the right place at the right time on quite a few other occasions. Beadle again spun well, but rather routine on that occasion for the keeper. The Rovers are just about going with 4 men in attack now, with Bennett and Penrice joining Beadle and Hales. This is Penrice, curling one in. Carey with the header away. The feeling it's going to be mostly one-way traffic. Bristol City will settle for any breaks they can get. For the moment they're hoping to hang on to 1-1, which will be good enough to book their passage to the next round. Penrice with the corner. Tilson's header. Now perhaps the chance to counter. Hewlett for Bent. Collett was positive. Eagle and Hewlett battling away. Pritchard down the line for Lockwood. 2 red shirts to meet him. Third one, Tinian, only makes the clearance. Only Bent up front. That might be enough for Bristol City. This is Junior Bent. Gota and Bell are making great strides to get into the middle. Still Bent. Junior Bent. Stopped by Collett. Almost the first true save he's had to make tonight, Andy Collett. Could get Bent away. This could settle it. Junior Bent for Bristol City against Collett. Scores, and that's it. Bristol City will be in the next round of the Coca-Cola Cup, and Junior Bent's the hero. Celebrations for the supporters, joy for Bent, and it is lucky 13 after all for Bristol City. There was always a risk that Rovers would leave themselves short at the back. Bent had the pace to exploit it. Collett got a touch, but couldn't keep it out. Shaw, low drive into the back of the net, and Bristol City are in the hat for the next round. Rovers fans are starting to stream away. I think they know it's all over as far as their team's concerned. There have been 1 or 2 question marks about Junior's finishing over the years. This time his eyes were fixed on the goal, and that's where he put the ball, and he's the match winner. It's all over, and once again they can paint the town red. It's Bristol City who've triumphed in the local derby. Sean Taylor, who got the all-important equaliser after Julian Alsop had given the home team the lead, but it's number 13, the substitute, Junior Bent, who's Bristol City's hero, his winner in extra time, puts the visitors into the hat for Thursday's draw. Final score then here at the Memorial Ground. Bristol Rovers 1, Bristol City 2 after extra time. That's the aggregate score. Bristol City...